Hey guys, thanks for coming back, checking out our videos and our website and seeing what we got in. So Tiff said she told you guys about my coma, so I thought I'd come on here and explain a little more of my coma. So after I was electrocuted, I was put into a coma. I was in a coma for 7 days, and inside my coma, I can remember everything in the coma. And it was terrifying. It was like a nightmare after a nightmare after a nightmare after a nightmare. And it didn't stop. It was truly terrifying because, you get to a point that you actually realize that you're stuck in your own head and you can't get out. So when I woke out of my coma, I didn't remember anything. I didn't remember who I was. I didn't remember my wife. I didn't remember my kids. Nothing. So after I woke up, Tiffany was there, and she left, the hospital, went to the hotel, and I just laid there. I couldn't talk because I had the trach in my throat. So I just laid there in bed and looked around, kept looking around, and I finally realized that on the calendar in the hospital room that the date was up there, and I kept thinking, why do I know that date? Why do I know that date? And I realized that because that date was my wife's birthday. So the next morning when she came in, I wrote on a whiteboard that she gave me because I couldn't talk that, happy birthday. And then that's when she realized that I remembered who she was. And after that, I started to remember everything, my kids and everything. I do not remember being electrocuted. A lot of people ask me, do you remember how it felt, this and that? No, I don't remember how that felt because I don't remember it at all. So that's kind of pretty much my experience of coma. I'm not going to get into too many details with it because, I do have PTSD from a lot of the coma because the dreams are like embedded in my brain. So I'm not going to get into detail with those. But when I was out of the coma and I started moving around the hospital, there was a couple people we talked to that were, in the hospital too. One of them, he was struck by lightning. And I ended up talking to him. He was in a coma for longer than I was. But when he was telling me about his coma, and he said that he was in France at one time. He went to Italy in his coma. He said it was magnificent. It was amazing. Mine was not like that. So that's just a little bit of, about the coma. And yeah. So with our apparel line, a lot of you see that we made this to support blue collar workers right now and everything, but it's not just for the guys that are out there working right now. It's for the guys who were hurt on the job who, right now they don't know what to do because after being a blue collar and you're working all these hours and everything, and then if something happens, you get hurt, you don't know what to do with yourself anymore. You're so used to working and everything. So we're trying to help, and recognize that the people that have been hurt and support the people that have been hurt out there on the job. Because, they're out there doing what they do for their families and you. For the people that are out there, you go shopping. How do you think all that stuff gets there? How do you think the roads are made? How do you think schools are built? How do you think buildings are built?
Your houses, your churches, your libraries, everything.
Everything. Your gas, your oil that you go buy from AutoZone. These guys are out there killing themselves to put stuff on your table, in your pockets, in your cars. And that's what we're here to do, is support the people that do that. Support the guys that have been hurt.
Yeah, so we appreciate you guys who are working day and night, like I said, around the clock, men and women, you blue-collar workers. We love you. We support you. But if you've been hurt on the job and you're like our family, we'd love to hear from you too. This was a complete tragedy. This wasn't supposed to happen. We never imagined in a million years this would happen. He loved his job. He loved his coworkers. He loved everything about it. And this was just so heartbreaking from him. When he woke up from his coma, he automatically wanted to go back to work. And if you go to my TikTok, you'll see a video of him with his head completely wrapped, tracheostomy in his neck, and he's pushing a roll cart like not even 20 minutes after he said, "Sir, you can't walk." He said, "Yes, I can." He said, "And I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it." And they were so afraid to let him stand up, but he did it. He beat so many odds. It's unreal. Like he died twice. He was in a coma. He woke up on my 30th birthday, finally remembered who we were. Like,
If it said I wouldn't walk again, they said there was like an 80% chance that I'd never walk again because electricity, getting hit in the head with that much electricity could fuse your spine.
yep.
But I wasn't going to take that laying there, sitting here, hearing, "Hey, you'll never walk again." I couldn't do it. Nope, I refused. That, and they said that, your voice will probably never sound the same again. You probably won't ever talk right ever again. That and your eyesight is probably not going to be the same.
They had to cut his eye open because it was so incredibly swollen shut. So they had to do a small incision on the side. You can see his eye right there. The one he just rubbed is a little bit...
It's cut. They cut it right there.
It's a little bit smaller, I'd say now. But they thought he was going to be blind. They didn't know if he'd have any brain function. Like, he's truly a walking miracle, and he hates when people say that, but It's true. Those of you who have been hurt on the job and you're still here to talk about it, live about it, you're an inspiration, and people deserve to know about it. Please contact us. Share your story with us. You're not alone, and that's what we're trying to do, is just raise awareness for everyone, for the working man and women, for the injured men and women, like everyone. So that's about his coma. I turned 30 when he was hurt. Hooray. And yeah, we hope you guys like the apparel line, and we're going to be coming back and talking to you guys about more stuff very soon. You know that the month of September is John's burniversary. He's a 3rd and 4th degree burn survivor because electricity does burn you from the inside out. So, many of his surgeries were actual skin grafts taken from his own body, which were placed on his head and shoulders and other parts. But yeah, we have a lot to talk to you guys about. A lot of surgeries, a lot of things we've overcome, things that our children have witnessed and been through. It's just been unimaginable past 4 years. But it's 4 years. We're standing here. We're moving forward. We started this because we appreciate you all. So keep following us. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We appreciate you guys.
Stay safe.
And stay strong.